Hi all, it's me, Elise. I am here to tell you today about the strategy called taped text for scaffolding. Before we get too far into it, I'll first just tell you a little bit about my classroom. I work in Wyoming Public Schools. I am the technology teacher for the 5th and 6th graders. So that's district-wide, so that's about 650 students. I chose this particular strategy because I use a variation of it very often, and I think it's awesome. So let's get talking about it. First of all, it's what it sounds like. Taped texts is what you do. So first of all, you would need to record a text. So that could be, I'm sure in younger grades, people use kind of stories where kids can do a read along to that. Or it could be adapted to nonfiction texts, which would be awesome because you could do different levels for different students. When you're recording your text, you need to remember that it should be at their proficiency level. So, of course, having different levels is hugely helpful. You want to read slowly and make sure that you're enunciating clearly. You want your students to easily be able to understand what's being read to them. One of the main benefits of this is they can listen to it over and over again. So if it is like a nonfiction text that they're reading to learn from, that can be very beneficial so that you don't have to say the same things over and over again. You can ask them to reference the tapes that you have made. Some of the benefits is it helps your English language learners to hear varied inflections and intonations. So instead of just you recording text, it's nice to get other people to record them that might speak a little bit differently so that your ELLs can hear the different ways that different people talk, and that will help them more than just in the classroom, but in developing their English. It, of course, improves their comprehension and proficiency since it's giving them more access to different types of language. The nice thing about recording yourself or someone else is it kind of naturally differentiates. The learner can decide if they need to hear it more than one time. They can watch it 1, 2, 3, or listen. I have them watch. They can rewind it if they need to. They can replay the parts. If they miss just a little bit, they can go back just a little bit. That's really helpful, and it also teaches them how to kind of be an advocate for themselves, going, oh, I missed that, and they can get that information right away instead of not wanting to ask a question or feeling like they can't interrupt. This kind of gives them that autonomy over their own learning. And as mentioned, you're going to want to have all different varied levels. One nice thing you could do is you could be teaching maybe about the African landscape, and you could have different levels recorded for different levels of readers in your room. So it would be the same types of information but at different levels so that they could be accessing the same information but in a more accessible way. The way that I use taped text is I don't usually use just text. I use it as videos since I am a technology teacher. I use ones that I have made, film tutorials, kind of similar to this, and then I've this year incorporated pre-made tutorials as well. I used to always record them myself just to be sure that they were slow and easy and included every single step they needed, but I decided this year to change that a little, and I still do that at the beginning of the year, but then I kind of have them branch out into pre-made tutorials. And we talk about how if you can learn from a video, you can learn anything because everything's online now. So just real quick, I'll show you my YouTube channel. Oops. I guess I have to do it from here. So my YouTube channel we do a lot of Tinkercad, which is 3D designing. But I have lots of Tinkercad. I have an intro to my classroom. I have video game design, stop motion, Weeblies, Prodigies, Google Drawings, sites. These are the ones that we focus on mostly in my room. So these are kind of variation of taping your text. And then I also this year linked them to the CoSpaces, which is another thing that we've been doing. And this includes their entire playlist. So this is kind of a nice way that they can have access to learning. They can watch it again, they can stop, they can pause on the important parts. And of course, YouTube comes with closed captions. So they'll try to generate those for you. So your learners also have that additional scaffolding of the written text along with the words that they're listening to. So that's how I use it in my classroom. Of course, my classroom is a little bit different than most, where I do the same lessons over and over again. But I do think that for someone that even is only using it for one unit, this is still very worth the time. And of course, my references. All right, it's a good one. I hope you use it. Thank you.